What is going on, Berlin Empire? Here, guys, to give you a video. I stumbled upon this movie, just watching it, with friends, friends and everything, and I thought I've heard of this movie a while. I wasn't too sure if it got pushed. I think it was a 2020 or I don't know if 2021 film, but it has hit theaters. Going to be on VOD soon. This movie's called Four Good Days. What I recall, it centers on a mother trying to get her daughter through detox for 4 days, and the story really centers on all that. And really, what a lot of this hooks, besides also being the plot, and that was kind of more the reason I was invited. I was invited to go, yeah, to see and all that. But what I really got hooked is the performances and two great actresses. Again, Glenn Close, Mila Kunis, well established actresses, and in this, Mila Kunis is like feels like she's trying to get the whole. Trying to push for an awards, like an awards kind of performance and all that, and that's what I thought I've heard. I gotta see if she's did other movies like this, but this might have been the movie I saw, but it just kind of got released now and all that, and this movie, with situations and all this, and obviously the Oscars being done and all, is it worth it? Do these two actors just give really good performances? How does this kind of like this movie just hold up and all that? And I think this movie is really enjoyable from their performances, particularly Mila. She really sells it, even the way she looks. It's just like as a person maybe would. I try to get facts. I try to get facts of how people deal with this kind of thing, and they said it's as accurate as it can be. Her performance just really looks like it all. Looks like the weight and all that, and the makeup. Good job of making her look as this, the druggie that's trying to get on detox and all that. She is the best part of this movie. For her having the background that she has a lot of been rom-com, so romance and comedies and all that. She really does as best as she can selling this performance. It really didn't feel any shoehorn in it. I felt like she had a passion for this. Curious to know really like what was the story with this film and how they decided to bring it to life and all that. Her mother, Glenn Close, does a good performance as she can, is well established. Sometimes I felt like I'm not sure if it's the character choice, but like should have been more tough. She was as tough as she could be, but it was a nice person to have to banter off with Mila. They are the two best things going for in this movie. Everybody else pops out, pops in. It's whatever. Like there's a husband for Glenn. There's I think a husband or an uncle, but there's family that Mila needs to see also that come visit her. They just kind of serve for their sort of narrative of the purpose. And from a technical thing, I like certain directions they did for this movie. The way they showed there are certain things like of uncertainty, certain things of like feeling certain as in like whether are the people lying or they're not lying kind of thing. I like that from the what the filming was. Like that was another thing that definitely stood out. But as a film overall with this in the middle part kind of slows down a bit of the story. It's an hour and 40 minutes really. It's not that long a movie, but I can really see this being an hour and 20. It's just it all depends. It's so much that they try to do of a plot trying to squeeze in for a thing that could be maybe less than runtime, but still with hour and 40 minutes they try to cater as much as to center on these two and understanding their things and relationships and the trust issues, really the trust issues of trying to do certain decisions like this. Very calm film. It's a very calm film and all that. It does feel like for me a bit I was like maybe it's supposed to be on Lifetime, but seeing it as a film, in the movies, just in the cinema, it was a nice kind of visual too of having it location sites that they use. It felt very like you were getting kind of like an idea of what you know real people in a sense real people are going through, and just good job in their acting performances. Again, the two favorite things I do like is yeah their acting and realizing how they tried to how much they dwelled and not dwell on certain situations, and just realizing how their conflicts, how they go with it, and also nice knowing that the comedy when there is some wasn't as jarring for a movie this serious, like a serious tone like this. I didn't think they needed to force comedy to leave leeway, like to calm a bit of the tension. It felt nice, like if it felt needed where it needed to be needed. and that's a nice way also to kind of not make this movie as moody as it can be. Good job on that. But for the topic they're trying to conquer and all that, to do, to tell and all that, it was handled well. Just really the filmmaking process, but it was handled well. It really does show that this movie can be, in certain ways, some kind of educational purpose. It could be used for an educational purpose a certain way, and I'm glad that, like, there's different spectrums different and all that of films of what's bad and what's good. This isn't a bad movie. It's just not a movie I would see over and over. It's not one of my favorite movies of the year, but it's a well performed and a well thought out movie. And sometimes it's good to just have movies like that. But like I always say, guys, these are my thoughts and opinions. So let me know if you guys actually stumble upon and saw this too, how much you didn't really enjoy this movie, or how much you thought it was really good, as in it was an enjoyable, well thought out piece of film. And just, yeah, I liked it because really the performances were good. And like I say, it's a really enjoyable film, as in like how, just really how thought out it was, how thought out really the film was and all. So all this in the comments below, and as always, Roland Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.